ceremony today, I just want to throw out one quick technical suggestion. This particular presentation is optimized on Zoom. If you select view and side-by-side speaker, that should work best for you if you're on some kind of desktop device or laptop. If you're on an iPad or some other device, if you want to swipe over once so you can see 4 squares, that will probably be your best viewing option for right now. I'm Lieutenant Colonel Justin Longmire, the course director for the Leader Development course for Squadron Command, and I want to welcome you to the ceremony today where we are going to officially honor Dr. Stephen Davis and Dr. John Hinck, and they're going to receive the 2020 Sage Publishing's Most Publishable Leadership Education paper for their paper entitled Re-Operationalizing and Measuring Impact of a Leader Development course. This strange pandemic means that we have to do this particular ceremony virtually. But that also means we have additional opportunities. It affords us the opportunity to have kind of a more interactive ceremony, if you will. And with that, I'd like to let you know what we're going to be doing for the remainder of our time together. I'd like to go through a few brief introductions. I have the honor of introducing Dr. John Hinck and Dr. Stephen Davis. And then we're going to go around, and actually everyone on the call, you'll have the opportunity to introduce yourself, just your name, what your role is, and where are you from, because that's what we can do in Zoom, and that's what we model at the Leader Development course. So I'll start with an introduction of Dr. Hinck. Dr. John Hinck is a retired Army colonel who had a career leading soldiers and also as an Apache helicopter pilot. He has his PhD from the University of San Diego in leadership studies. Now is when I point to Dr. John Hinck and I virtually clap for him right now. Next to him on my screen is Dr. Stephen Davis. He received his PhD from Texas A&M University in history with a minor in sociology. Now is when I point to Dr. Davis and we clap for him as well. Both of these gentlemen have worked as leadership professors at Air University since 2018, when they both helped create this organization that you're looking at right now. They both helped create the Leader Development course for Squadron Command. And the intent of that course is really to be a human domain-centered course to fill a developmental gap for future squadron leaders. That means a lot of things to a lot of different people. I won't belabor the point right now other than to say these are the gentlemen that help shape the course that really affects, perhaps more than any other course, the culture and climate of Air Force units across the active duty Guard and Reserve. Now I'd like to go around and I will model an introduction, and then we will go around and I will hand off introductions to the next person on the screen. So at any point in time, you could be called on and you'll have to introduce yourself. Like I said, I'm Lieutenant Colonel Justin Longmire. I am the course director at the Leader Development course for Squadron Command. The next person on the screen for me is a man named Ian Empey.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ian Empey, and I am the technology integration specialist for the LDC. So I help with all the tech stuff and all this Zoom madness that has happened behind the scenes with that, making production and things go smoothly. And I'm originally from Salt Lake City, Utah.
And I am putting an order in chat right now for those that will be introducing themselves next, and I'll just list the next few. I'm seeing Colonel Pike, Jay Watt, and Phil Arenas.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Colonel Lisa Pike, and I have the privilege of being the director of the Commander School, of which LDC is part of, and these incredible individuals we're here to honor today and say thank you to are part of. And so I will turn that over. Let's see, I see on my screen, Chief, I think I see you up.
Yes, ma'am. I'm Chief Master Sergeant Jay Blackwell. I'm an instructor at the leadership over at LDC, and I'm originally from Bluefield, West Virginia. And next I see Allie.
Hi, I'm Allie Stokely. I'm one of the student managers for LDC, and I'm originally from Alexandria, Louisiana. Jay Watt.
Thanks, Allie. Jason Watkins. I'm an LDC instructor here at 15E Backseater by trade, and claim Anchorage, Alaska as my home. Who's next on the list? You can see that in there, Justin.
We'll go with Phil.
Well, good afternoon. I am Dr. Phil Arenas, and I am also honored to be one of the founding leadership professors here for LDC, and I am originally from Norfolk, Virginia.
We'll go with Doug Mabry, then Cynthia, then Kyle.
Hi, good afternoon. Lieutenant Colonel Doug Mabry, instructor over at LDC, originally from Lawton, Oklahoma.
Well, good afternoon. I'm Dr. Cynthia Cherry, and I am president and CEO of the International Leadership Association. And I originally grew up in Minnesota, but I have lived in New Orleans, Los Angeles, New Jersey, and now back on the East Coast and the West Coast.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kyle Odell. I serve the International Leadership Association as the chair of the Leadership Education Member Community. I am coming to you from just outside of Akron, Ohio.
All right, we'll go with Colonel Jones, Astro, Andy, and Sandra.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Colonel Terry Jones. I'm the commander of the Iris C. Aker Center for Leadership Development, which then includes the Commander School and includes the Leader Development course. I'm very, very proud of this organization. And then especially today to recognize these two outstanding leaders in our organization. And just couldn't be happier or prouder to be part of this today. So thank you very much, everyone.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's Lieutenant Colonel Matt Astroth, instructor here at LDC, originally from Shelby, North Carolina.
Hey, good afternoon. Dr. Andy Clayton. I am a new assistant professor at the LDC and originally from Rantoul, Illinois at Chanute Air Force Base.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sandra Schiffer. I am one of the student managers here at LDC, and I am from Korea.
Nice.
We'll go with Mr. Tatum, and then Stacy, then Megan.
Ken Todd Tatum. I'm the director of the Air University Leadership Institute. Fortunate enough to be Steve and John's supervisor, although they spend most of their time over at LDC, and I'm originally from Birmingham, Alabama.
Hello, everybody. I am Stacy Whittick. I am from Sage Publishing, the sponsor of this award, and we are the leading publisher of content for the leadership courses. I'm very thrilled to meet y'all. And I am just down the road from Shelby, North Carolina. I am in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Hi, I'm Megan Allison. I'm the Deputy Director of the Leadership Institute, and I was born in Camp Pendleton, California, but I was a military brat, so I don't have a home.
And then our other Megan.
I'm Megan Walker. I am a student manager at LDC. I'm from Andalusia, Alabama, but I've lived in Jacksonville, North Carolina, Indianapolis, Indiana, and I'm currently moving to Conway, Arkansas.
Yeah, like this minute she's moving, actually.
Right now.
We'll go with Lori, Stephanie, Craig, and JP.
Hi, I'm Lieutenant Colonel Lori Hodge. I'm an instructor at LDC, and I'm originally from San Angelo, Texas.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Wilson. I am an instructor at LDC. I am also a military brat, but I claim Greensboro, North Carolina as well.
Hi, I'm Craig Bailey, instructor at LDC as well, and one of the lucky guys who gets the privilege to work with Steve and John on a regular basis.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Pond. I am also one of the instructors at LDC and have gotten the distinct privilege of teaching both with Dr. Davis and Dr. Hinck, and it's the best experience ever, hailing originally from Richland, Washington.
And Mary, I think you can close us out.
Mary Cardiff, LDC instructor, and I'm from San Antonio, Texas. And I also love these guys. And I'm teaching with John next, so he's getting warmed up.
I love it. I think those are the introductions of everyone on the call right now, which is pretty fun. That's the kind of thing that we can do in this virtual environment. I guess I didn't tell you where I was from. I'm from Rochester, Minnesota. So Cynthia, we have a connection there as well, being from Minnesota. And with that, ma'am, I will hand off the remainder of my time to the distinguished lady from Minnesota, Cynthia Cherry. Over to you, ma'am.
Well, and I am in the southern part of the state as well, on the other side in New Ulm, Minnesota, Justin. So we truly even come from a very close proximity in the state. This is a love fest. This has been wonderful hearing each of the introductions. And Lieutenant Colonel Longmire, I have to thank you for pulling this together, and all of the LDC folks who are here from the USAF. This is phenomenal. A special thank you to Kyle and the member community that has done the work around the case competition, as well as Stacy sponsoring. Sage has been a sponsor for the ILL for quite a while. And John and Steve, I have to thank you for giving to your profession through the work that you do. I can tell people love you, or at least they're saying so on video right now. But also for your writing and your presenting and your teaching around leadership. This is so important. And now giving back to your profession in this gift. ILA has a real history and a commitment to honoring those who came before us, and also investing in those who follow us. And I want to share with you, one person who comes to mind for me is Frances Hesselbein. And I believe many of you know Frances very much in terms of, she was the CEO of the Girl Scouts, grew it to almost like 2.2 or 2.5 million. And she was given the Medal of Freedom. And she is one of those leadership pioneers, and one of those individuals who we think of in this work very much. She was Drucker's protege and ran the Drucker Institute. Then it became the Hesselbein Institute. But she has a love for military leadership and has an ongoing connection, and I believe has taught with West Point for many, many years. So there's this strong connection with the military and also with the ILA. She was one of the first keynoters who we had, and she was the first person when we became a professional membership association and started charging dues. She was the first ILA due paying member. And in fact, she wrote her check and slid it across the table to me. So Frances has that honor. She also has the honor of being in the founding cohort of individuals who we honored with the Lifetime Achievement Award in 2008. And that was alongside Warren Bennis and James McGregor Burns. And as she was receiving her award, she leaned over to me and she said, "Cynthia, I am too young to be receiving the Lifetime Achievement Award." And at that time, she was 92, right? She went on in 2015 and was instrumental with me in the conversation of the importance of people being able to give and invest in honoring the Lifetime Achievement Award recipients and the student case competition. So she was one of those that got us thinking about the importance of giving back. And her area was, she always said, "I really honor and I am in awe of what everybody has given." But she goes, "What I want to do is invest in the future and give it forward." And John and Steve, that's what you're doing. You are giving it forward. And so on behalf of the International Leadership Association, I want to thank you for the work that you're doing and your stewardship of investing in the future to advance leadership knowledge and practice for a better world. So thank you both.
So I just want to talk a little bit about the Most Publishable Leadership Education Paper Award. Each year SAGE sponsors this, and it helps accomplish one of our leadership education community's priorities of advancing the field of leadership education to and from all corners of the globe. So I just wanted to share some of the comments that were made by the reviewers for this year's competition. This paper took a deeper and much needed dive into the important understanding of why an intervention was effective, rather than merely measuring if it worked. This work is both valuable and necessary in terms of guiding effective program evaluation, especially when discussing leadership education and preparation. Finally, this paper highlights the efficacy and magnified impact of teaching partnerships when expertise from various backgrounds is brought together to the benefit of all stakeholders in the classroom and those who will be served by these important leaders in the future. A job well done. So congratulations again.
Thank you, Kyle. I'd like to hand the floor and the microphone over to Stacy. Ma'am, over to you.
Well, hello. Sage Publishing is very pleased to partner with the ILA's Leadership Education Member Interest Group to sponsor the Most Publishable Leadership Education Paper Award. The Leadership Education MIG's priority to advance the field of leadership education to and from all corners of the globe is something that Sage wholeheartedly believes in and is very proud to support. As a value-driven global company, Sage is committed to providing the highest quality resources for leadership educators, and we're thrilled to be your partners. And I'm thrilled to announce we'll continue to be your partners in 2021. Congratulations to Drs. John Hinck and Stephen Davis as the 2020 recipients of the Most Publishable Leadership Education Paper Award.
Thank you, Stacy. And I think Steve's going to offer some words on our behalf.
Yes, as John is both receiving the first check, we just want to say, express our gratitude and thanks for this very, very humbling award. And on behalf of both of us, we're also very, very pleased to be able to give the check back to the ILA, knowing that that money is now going to go towards the international student competition from the ILA. And both of us, we had different paths that have gotten us to what we both commonly refer to as our dream job here at LDC. And along the way, we've been fortunate enough to be helped by many different people in many different ways, not least of which was financial. So in order to build an academic career, you need to be able to have the money to go and do the research and go to the conferences and get your ideas out there. And so we've both been fortunate enough to be helped along the way. And so now from our position in our dream job, we're more than happy to be able to give that money back to the next generation to help out those students that may otherwise not be able to come and participate in this very excellent conference at the ILA. So we're both very, very proud and happy to be able to do that.
So we'd like to virtually give this check back to Cynthia.
Well, thank you, John and Stephen, for the gift. As I said before, you're investing in the future. And to do this, when Deborah first told me that both of you were doing this, I was so touched and said, I have to personally thank you and record it, because you truly are just modeling the leadership of the present and the future that is needed right now. So on behalf of both of you, you're paying it forward, investing in your colleagues. I want to thank you. And I am passing this on to Kyle so that we can continue this work with the International Student Case Competition moving forward with Geneva and in the future.
Thank you very much, guys. This is super generous. I'm already looking forward to next year's conference and hearing our future leaders compete in our undergraduate and graduate case study competition. So thank you again for your generosity.
That was the most effective passing of a check I have ever seen. That was awesome job by all. Hey, we like to capture moments and we like to emphasize the power of moments in our leadership course. And this is a moment right now. I'm counting, we have 29 people on the call. If you have the ability to turn your video on, we would really appreciate you doing that, because we would love to get a picture to kind of make a moment here and capture this particular moment. I'm seeing everyone on camera, and I think I can get them all on this one right here. I'm gonna have to do 2 pictures. It's gonna be 2 pictures. I'm gonna count down from 3. I'm gonna hit the take a picture button, and then I gotta do it again. So bear with me 1 second. Count down 3, 2, 1. 1 second. All right, we're gonna get one more picture. One more picture's coming our way. I'm gonna count up to 15, but I'm starting at 14. This is gonna be quick. It's gonna be really quick. Ready? 14, 15. There we go. All right, let me make sure I got that picture. Beautiful. I love it. I love it. At this time, I'd really like to kind of hand off right now. Colonel Jones, ma'am, if you have a couple words you'd like to say about these 2 fine gentlemen that work in the Acre Center.
I would love to. Let's see. Can you see me? Because I'm not familiar with Zoom. I think I'm on. Okay, I see thumbs up. So first I want to thank ILA and SAGE, but you know, not just for what you're doing for us today and for you know, the award winners, Dr. Davis, Dr. Hinck, but what you do. Your mission is so important, and I want to thank you for that, for what you do, and it's so compatible and consistent and tied into what we do in the Acre Center as the Acre Center for Leadership Development, and really focused on leadership development for the Air Force as a whole, which is, you know, quite a you know, a large enterprise. And so the 2 missions are so consistently linked together. So it's just really a great honor to be with you today. Specific to these 2 gentlemen, you know, it's hard for me to put into words and to articulate the impact that they have and the effect they have on mission effectiveness for the Air Force, as well as personal development of our airmen. It is, you know, the people that they touch and that they have and will, you know, you take that and you extrapolate that out to the people that they touch, and the people that they touch as they lead their organizations, you know, as our students go out and continue on in their career, the effects of what they do, you can't quantify it. It is immeasurable, but we know it is just monumental. And then, of course, that then obviously translate to mission impact and mission effectiveness for our Air Force, and it's just incredible. I did want to share with those folks outside of the Air Force, if you weren't aware, we have inside the Acre Center, we have a monthly award called the Servant Leader Award. And the Servant Leader Award, I love it because anyone in the organization can nominate somebody. It's not a supervisor subordinate nomination. It could be anybody. You can nominate people above you in the chain of command, horizontal to you, or subordinate to you, doesn't matter. And so we do that every month, and it's by the very virtue of the name, it's a Servant Leader Award. So it's people who, you know, selflessly serve and pay it forward, as we've said many times today already. And for the month of October, we handed out the award in November, but for the month of October, we honored these 2 gentlemen. Usually we only have 1 person each month, but we honored these 2 gentlemen together as a team, and they were the Servant Leader Award winners for the Acre Center for October of 2020. We awarded it in November, but one of the biggest reasons we did that, of course, is because they went beyond what anyone normal would do, and that is that they gave the award back to pay it forward and to do more. So not only, you know, they're doing the great work all along every day with us, and then you know, through this paper then earned the award, but then they decided to even go a step farther and to pay that back. And it's just incredible. It's indicative of their character every day, but it was just such a great moment. And we really, really enjoyed honoring them in the Acre Center, the whole team, all 200 plus of us, honoring them with the Servant Leader Award for October. So I just want to thank the folks again for honoring them with this. And then I want to thank those two gentlemen for being such a great part of our team. And it's such an honor for me to be on this team with you and on this journey, and couldn't be more proud of you and our organization. So thanks again to Sage and ILA. I so appreciate all that you're doing today for us. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the conclusion of our virtual ceremony here. We have a few things that we like to do at the leader development course as we close out an event. And one of those things that we do on occasion is we allow everyone to give voice to the closing of the event. I invite you to pull up to your keyboards, and I invite everyone to kind of chat in maybe a one word. What's one word you're sitting with right now? One word that comes to mind as you reflect on this ceremony. Would love for you to type that in. I'm asking you to type it in because we'd like to make a record of that. We'd like to capture that chat, and that would be something we can give to John and Steve, because this is what you've done for these people here today, the moment you created by writing that paper. And at the same time as us doing that, I want to allow John and Steve the opportunity to provide their one-word closeouts verbally, and that will be it for us today. Over to you two gentlemen.
Superstar gratitudes. It's hyphenated.
Of course.
Gratitude and humility, also hyphenated.
Always going above and beyond with extra credit, these two gentlemen, as always. Thank you all for attending today. Thank you for being a part of this. Feel free to hang out. We can mash a button and put you into breakout rooms if you like to. We also know that everyone else has got things going on in their day on this Friday before the weekend. So I wish you a happy and blessed day. Thank you for attending.
Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you, Colonel Pike. Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you, Kyle.
Congratulations again.
Thank you all as well. Thank you.